Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got two med students joining me today from ETSU. I've got Avery Conkin and Maddox Webb. Thank you so much for being on the show today. I'm excited to meet you, and they are going to share a really cool cycling race that is coming up for a very good cause. So who wants to start?
Thank you so much for having us. Yes, Avery here is actually one of the main directors for the Quillen 100 this year. This will be our 5th year annual Quillen 100 at Bristol Motor Speedway. So this was a charity event for the donation to Speedway Children's Charity that was created by 2 medical students in their first year 5 years ago. They have now gone on to be successful orthopedic surgeon residents. So it's just kind of cool to watch them evolve. So this is a race where we've kind of changed things, but it's a cycling event, team cycling relay at Bristol Motor Speedway, a 5K run walk event, and then a scenic ride that leads you out of BMS, eventually down past South Hilston Lake through downtown Bristol and finishes on the track.
Well, now we're all excited about the event, so where do we go to buy tickets?
So there's a couple places you can find us. So we have our main website is thequillen100.com. And so that will tell you information about the events, so times, location, and sort of just more about the whole event as a whole. And that will, if you choose which event you want to take part in, so whether it's the 5K or the 100-lap relay, it will take you to Run Sign Up, which is kind of manages the event and helps us get like the race bibs, get your times, and allows you to actually donate on top. Oh. So through the website, the Run Sign Up, we'll have flyers located around the city. Social media, we've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the good ones. So there's lots of ways to find us, and hopefully that helps reach as big of an audience as we can along with this show.
Yeah, that's great. And when is this event?
So it's August 19th. It's on a Saturday. So coming up here in about, a little bit under 2 months. Yeah. So we're really excited for it, and we had a great turnout last year. I think it was our biggest participation year,
That's great.
Raised money, like donation to Speedway Children's Charity. I think we raised about $12,000 for them, which was, may not seem like a lot in the grand scheme of their donations, but we were really proud of it. It's a big progress for us, and especially as medical students, it's not our main job to plan cycle races, so we just love any progress and working together, and it gives everyone at the school a chance to kind of
meet
come together
and have a fun event.
Have a fun event outside of classroom work and stress and things like that. And then we put it all together, and it's really rewarding on the Saturday to go up there and see kids run around, see these events come together.
And it is really family friendly, and it has grown tremendously.
Yeah.
I know, I remember talking to the guys that started this and where they got it, from Indiana University's race. And the history behind it and the success and the watching it grow has been really fantastic, and it is for a great cause. So definitely mark your calendar for August 19th and super family friendly. All ages are welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about day of tickets? Some people I'm not sure.
Sure.
They're more spontaneous.
Yeah.
What about
so
that?
we have we'll use kind of the same setup that Avery was talking about with our Run Sign Up page. That's where you can kind of click an event. It'll process you to the sign the waiver, pick your shirt size, all those things. And we just have iPads or people's phones set up at at the registration booth. Or we have some paper copies of the waivers and things like that. So we welcome day of signups and cash, check, whatever.
And
we had a couple of those.
What time does it start?
The actual 5K, I think, is going to be our first event this year. It starts at 8 a.m.
So actually the scenic ride will start at 7 a.m.
Oh, goodness.
So we're doing it in the middle of August. It's going to be hot. So we're starting as early as we can. That's not good. But 7 a.m. for the scenic ride. It is a 40 or 60 mile loop around East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia. 5K around the track and concourse. So it's not just loops around the track like you could do at any high school. But we're trying to make it a little more, entertaining. But that starts at 8. And then our main relay race is at 1 p.m. And in between that, we're actually going to have food trucks, games and events for kids, lots of things for families to do to make it family friendly. General admission is free. So if you're not wanting to take part in these events themselves, you can show up, just buy some food, hang out, watch the events. So really it is open for everyone, like you were talking about.
Yeah,
that's great.
We've been trying to really get in touch with the local school systems because we have a free kids ride where the kids can bring their bikes and ride around the track. There's kids on tricycles, there's kids
nice.
On their bikes, their helmets. We all line them up like they're about to do a race at the start line, and they take off and ride in circles or ride around the track. We have time for them allotted on the track, which is totally free. On top of the booths that Avery was mentioning and the food trucks, we'll have med students and health related booths set up to try to improve, just just little things that everyone can do to help improve their cardiovascular health in particular, but general health. So that's kind of fun. It's fun watching the kids run around and put on goggles, play with anatomy models, get their blood pressure taken, they'll take another,
cool.
They'll take someone's blood pressure if they want. It's just a really fun day and a great time to get back to the community. That's our goal, at least. So.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you being on today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, and don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and up next, we're going to be talking to the Bristol City Police Department about safety tips for the upcoming 4th of July holiday. Here they are.
During the holidays, the population of the highway is going to be much more than what it is on ordinary days. It's always like that. Most of our crashes happen during holidays. So just be aware there's going to be more cars on the road and you're going to be more apt to have the potential to run into somebody. As far as preparing for the trips, obviously home security, make sure you notify the proper folks, have your mail picked up, that kind of thing. If you're going to be gone for several days, your vehicle, as far as that goes, the biggest thing that I see that causes a lot of these crashes that I have to work is insufficient tire pressure. When the weather is like it is here in Tennessee, when just the other day we had a 60-something degree day and then we have an 80-something degree day, your tire pressure is going to be affected. Make sure that's good, because that's what's holding your car in the road. The patch of your tire is about the size of the palm of your hand, so you want to make sure that that's correct. Make sure your windshield washer is working. That way you don't get stuck, with a dirty windshield. And of course, just the other routine maintenance items of checking your car over and make sure that all the fluids are topped off and make sure that your seat belts are working and are in use. If you got little ones traveling with you, make sure those car seats are installed properly. There are folks at the police department and the fire department that are trained to show you how to put your car seat in the car properly and make sure the little ones stay safe. So drop by, we'll take a look at them. If you have a bad car seat, if there's any way we can get you a good car seat, we'll do that. But we'll be glad to inspect those as well. In the city, there is an ordinance against fireworks. Fireworks are illegal in the city. Keep in mind, if you live in the city of Bristol, there are jurisdictions that surround us that allow fireworks. So you may be close to one of those jurisdictions and you may hear fireworks going off. That may be legal to do so, but if you do see fireworks, someone shooting off fireworks in the city, by all means call and let us know, and we can come and take care of that. Any open fires needs to have a burn permit. If it's a cooking fire or if it's a concealed fire like a barbecue grill or a fire pit, you can do those. Just be mindful of the weather conditions. You can always call our dispatch center and see if there's a burn ban in effect. That way you know if it's safe to have those fires. During the holidays like this, we always step up enforcement efforts. We have what we call DUI details. It's where the state actually gives us grant money to put extra officers on the road. Just with our department, we put extra officers out looking for DUIs, distracted driving, things like that. The state does the same thing. I'm sure the county even has some stepped up enforcement efforts. We're out there trying to prevent these fatal car crashes or car crashes in general that happen because of these things. So just be mindful. There will be extra enforcement efforts during these times. We're just focused on traffic safety during these holiday weekends. I'm a accident reconstructionist, so anytime any of these type things happen, I get called out to work these crashes. And the one thing I want to prevent is having to make that long walk up a sidewalk, whether that sidewalk's 2 feet long or 20 feet long. It's the longest walk you'll ever make, to notify somebody that they've lost their family member because of a car crash. When I was a young child, July the 4th, 1989, my uncle was killed in a car crash, and I was woke up in the middle of the night to that news, so I know what kind of effect it has on these families. And I especially get out there and try to do the things that I have to do to keep these tragedies from happening.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Jaden Rosenborough with me today, and we're talking the farmers market. This is really one of our summer favorites, and we're getting ready to increase our days. So tell us when this shift happens and what the days are going to be and the times.
Yeah, so currently we're doing Saturdays only, but now starting July 5th, we're going to start doing Wednesdays as well. So that'll be from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m.
On the Wednesdays, and then the hours on Saturdays.
Yeah, so hours on Saturdays are going to be 8 until noon.
Perfect. So we know where to shop. And it really is amazing what the farmers market, the different farmers that come in and all of the different things they bring. So tell us a little bit about what we can find when we go there.
Yes, we have a wide range of different assortments of meats, vegetables, fruits. We're getting crafts as well. So as the seasons start to get into the summer season, we're gonna get even more and more things. So we got squash last week. We're hoping to get tomatoes here soon. It's hard to predict with this weather, but starting to move forward and get some new things.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like in July things really boost up, and it's just packed with lots of good fruits and veggies and all sorts of things. So it's definitely worth checking out. And it is helpful for our community to support the farmers market.
Absolutely, yeah. So just have that personal relationship with the farmers for sure. It's good to support them instead of going to, just the local supermarket. Just being able to have that relationship with the farmer, ask questions, get the inside information. How do they grow these things? All those kinds of useful information.
And I'm sure it's fun, like talking to these different farmers that live locally and just hearing about their crops and, when they plant them. Great for the kids, for sure. It's definitely one of those teachable events.
Absolutely, yeah. So just being able to have that freshness of it being so local, you don't have to wait on it to get delivered from, XYZ place to, to the supermarket, and then you have to get it. You can just go right to the vendor themselves who brings it that day. So it's super fresh and super fun.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being on today, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.